Hello and welcome to the first episode of my new series, Traveller's Peak. This is going to be a park themed after, well, time traveling. I I feel like not many people have done this in Planet Coaster, and with the new themes that have came out, I think this is the perfect park to do. With my last series, it went horribly wrong. I, it's the indoor roller coaster. It just didn't seem right to make, so it felt really limited, so I kind of gave up on that. So if you were looking for the second episode of that, it's most likely not coming. But instead, I'm working on this because this park I've been working on for the past few days, which it's all going to be shown in this recording, this one episode. I was just going to use this episode to build the entrance, but I realized I didn't record much at all. Like, you're going to notice the entrance part of this video is almost up. You may have just saw my game crash there because I was using the 3D colons, I think they are, the text bits for the wall patterns, and there was over 2,000 of them. So when I tried to merge something, it didn't like it at all. So here I have the entrance done. You've seen the entrance done. It was just a pretty basic entrance. I'm probably going to go back and add to it later. But in this episode, because the entrance was so short, I'm actually starting on the first themed land in this area. I was going to do that as a separate episode, but I finished it just a few minutes ago. Not all of it is in this time lapse, because I wanted to do some bits off camera and show you after, which I'm going to do still. But I just finished it, and I was like, I want to get this out. I want to get videos out on my channel, so let's just publish it all as one thing. I was going to publish the entrance video anyway today, but why not add some more? So here I'm working on a dock. Because it's a Viking themed area, my main inspiration is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So that game is about like Vikings in England. Yeah, so my home country. But I just think the town that's used in it is really nice. So I'm going to be using a pier in this area that I'm trying to make accessible. And you'll see that later, but I may need to make some changes because of how it works. But yeah, I'll see how that goes. I'm just using this pier to make a little market section, which, like I've just said, the market doesn't end up going onto the pier in this bit, but I will show it after because I didn't add it into the time lapse. I do try to add some sort of these paths because they kind of like fit even if you can see the grass. But the problem is it's right next to water, so doing it with terrain is a bit difficult. And I do change all these paths later. They're just going in for now. This took way too long. So I knew I had to change something. I started bringing people over to see if they'd go on it and start just working on the paths in general. This episode I do actually get to do one ride, which is most likely in the thumbnail. Which you can kind of see me working on the theme here. I'm using a few scenery pieces just for the boats because I think the boats that Planet Coaster has made are really nice, so I thought I'd use them in this land. The ride, if I haven't already said it, I can't remember, is going to be a rapid ride. It looks quite plain in this episode, and that's because I'm waiting on Planet Coaster to add the customizing transport vehicles, however you want to call them, so I can actually decorate the raft, which you'll see me do later. I do make a lot of changes to this. I kind of want to make the raft look underwater, so I put the track as best as I could underwater without making it look like the raft was drowning, which it still kind of does. The raft completely fills up with water, and I'll show that later. But it's not that bad. I spent most of this time trying to figure out how to delete water in this game. It's not really clear, but I managed to figure it out. If people don't already know, you just have to double right click. I don't know what it is on console, but hope I could help with some people because that was a massive struggle for me during this land because the whole thing is surrounded with water. But what am I doing with this series? Well, basically time traveling, which I said. The first area is going to be Viking themed. So I'm probably going to have this one raft ride, 2 flat rides, which I have an idea for one. I don't really have an idea for the other one yet, and a coaster, which I have an idea for. As I said earlier, my inspiration for the look is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which great game, one of the most hated Assassin's Creed game, but you know what, why not? And as you've probably seen here, I'm building these custom fences. I later realised there wasn't already a piece for these fences, but I still made them. Oh well. The rest of my inspiration for this area is the new How to Train Your Dragon land in Epic Universe. It's not open yet. I saw the area and I was like, you know what, that looks cool. So that's what my launch. Oh, I've gave away the coaster. Oh well, I was basically giving it away. The coaster for this land is going to be a launch coaster, and it's going to be heavily inspired from the one in How to Train Your Dragon land in Epic Universe. And that's why I did a rapids. Not one of those gun ones, but still cool. It's not really themed at the moment. I'm going to add theme into it. It won't be in this episode. It's not in this episode. It'll most likely be in the second episode. It will be throughout the whole thing because it's around the whole area. And I'll kind of like explain the theme for it at some point. For now, I'm just working on the rapids, like station, the track. Yeah, you'll see the track is just really basic, goes around the area. But it's still good. One thing I do not understand about this game, I had the ride open for like 3 in-game days, and people were already saying it looks old. I don't get this game at all. And there is another thing that I will say I don't get, but I'll do that when I'm actually touring this area. I'll show you that soon, because we've still got 4 minutes of the time lapse. So I'm just making a queue, it's quite basic. I didn't really have an exact theme for this ride, so the queue is just kind of looking at nature, but I loved placing around like the plants, rocks and stuff around the area. Yet again, that's not in this time lapse, but it looks really nice when you see the complete project. I don't know why I paused there. I tried making a building. It looks a bit plain, and I don't change too much, but once I start adding the nature around it, it starts to come together, and you'll see that when I show it. But I probably will add more detail later on when I've finished the ride. But yeah, that will come later. Again, I just kind of wanted it to be a little hut, like hidden away near the docks, hidden away in a little forest, and basically, yeah, you go through this little forest area, you find the hidden hut on the island, and then you get on a boat, you go through the river, and you end up somewhere, which you'll see in a later episode. Here I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I'm doing this building. It didn't go too well, because, I don't know, look at, you can see there, the entrance gates don't line up. But I ended up finding a way to do it. It's just a bit awkward. But yeah, that's something we'll worry about at another time. Because I did figure it out. I don't actually know what I was doing here. Oh yeah, this was me trying to look for a good station to see if anyone had like kind of figured out how to do a good one. But yeah, I'm going to try to make everything myself in this series. I'll probably use some workshop items. I haven't so far, but it'll most likely be things for like small props that the game doesn't have. And people have made custom ones of, so like kitchen pieces and whatever I can find. That may be helpful. But I'm going to try to not use it as much as I can. This is what I meant by the building looking plain. I did add some like rope nets, some flags and stuff. But with the trees, you can barely see it anyway, so it's kind of pointless. I did try something with the door design, but I didn't keep this. I might have kept it, I can't actually remember. I don't think I did, no I didn't. But yeah, with the trees, like I said, it's quite hidden, and I will find a way to try and make it look better, because the plain doorways don't look the best. But I have been watching videos to see how other people built in this game, and I've been getting quite a lot of inspiration from other parks. One of the main parks I've been watching recently, I wouldn't say it's a roller coaster park, but is, I believe it's Planquatica from Geekism. His builds are really good. That's like my main, not really inspiration, but like to see how he uses the scenery items to just make things look good in general, and it's been helping me out because in the first game my details weren't that good. But anyway, we have like 15 seconds left, 10 seconds after the time lapse, so I'm just going to let it end and I will get into real time. Welcome to the park. We are, these are the buses for the guest again. Who would have guessed? But here we have the entrance. It's pretty basic at the moment, but I'm going to change things with the little sign, Traveler's Peak. Yeah, again, it's going to be changed. We have a few like guest service buildings here. You go around here, we got a little staff building. Not too much, pretty basic. Just added some details and all that. Let me actually change it to daytime quickly, so I can actually see, and you can see, and everyone can see. There we go. Much nicer. But yeah, as you can see, I made this little logo for the park, and you probably saw in the time lapse, but I just love the logo. It's going to be the little logo for the park. I just like how the entrance turned out. I wanted to make it look kind of like, not sci-fi, but just like kind of futuristic, but tropical. And I think I got that theme well. So, come through here, we got a few vending machines. I've noticed that guests just don't use vending machines or restaurants at all. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong. If anyone knows, please tell me, because that's one of the main things I like about this game, seeing the guests do things. And I just can't. If you go around here, we got this little lake view. Probably saw that in the time lapse. It's gonna have all the areas. We got the Viking one over there, and then we got the middle. We got plenty of area. But anyway, if we go down to here, we have the entrance sign. I don't really know what to call this area yet, so I've left the sign blank. But we head over this bridge. I would go in guest view, but there's so many guests, and I haven't turned them off yet. Here's our restaurant that I was talking about. Yeah, again, they are accessible by the guests. The guests don't go into them. I didn't make them all restaurants because otherwise we'd have way too much. But just some nice little market areas. I really liked how it turned out. I went for, yet again, the Assassin's Creed colour. Red and white. My main inspiration. It's got a little dock with all the boats. Let me turn off speed actually. I've just realised that's on. Yeah, we just got a nice little dock with all the boats. We got a few more buildings over here. There's actually 2 restaurants in this area, but not too much. Just a little bit of detail. And then over here is our ride. I'm actually close the ride so we can see it better. So we don't actually have a sign yet for this ride. Yeah, again, it's something I want to choose. If anyone has any ride name suggestions, let me know. It will be themed, so my name might not stay. But if you want to suggest anything, let me know. We have mascots here. I've got 2 of them, a male and female one. Let them wander around the area because it's going to be big. They're not going to be limited to this area. I've made a staff area. But yeah, this is, as you can see, just nature. Jeez, there is a lot of people coming out. Let's just... What is going on? Mascots attracting them all. Yeah, we have some... I used the tiger trees, I want to say it is. Oh, what have I done? Jeez. I've gone and kicked myself out. My own pub. I made a little lamppost designs. You probably saw that in the time lapse as well. I just thought they were nice. Kind of fit the theme. There's not many lights you can really do. They all seem like they're made to hang off a ceiling, which is kind of annoying, but you gotta make your own stuff. I surrounded this whole area with these little fences, quite basic, but mixed with the terrain. Not terrain. What kind of terrain? Rocks, nature. It fits well, and it's Vikings, so like they're not gonna have the best materials. You got like a nice little cozy area. I like how this queue turned out. There's plants. You can't really see around. We're just going around. I want to put something here. I'll probably have that done for the next episode. But like a hut or something there. I'm not too sure. Just a little theming element that's not trees or bushes. And we keep going down here. There's some more of these lights. Just to make sure the area is lit up at night. Because people are going to be on this ride at night. So we got to keep it. But the scenery brush is such a lifesaver in this game. Like, every time I was making something, I just brush down the scenery brush, delete things that are in the buildings. What are these doing here? And yeah, I actually do want to show a little Easter egg. I left this guy in here. It was unintentional, but I think it looks quite funny to seem like what piece the park used, and they forgot it there. But yeah, you can see what I mean. There's not too much detail on the build, but it's kind of hidden by like nature and stuff. I forgot to delete some rocks apparently. But yeah, we have quite a basic station building. That would be something I finish near the end, like for the park tour. Not too sure how long I'll be working on this park, but yeah, it will be something done in there. Over here, this was one of my favourite parts of the land. I built some custom terrain using rocks, and I just kind of went a bit overboard with theming. Some little reed, this crashed boat with one of the oars floating in the water. I don't know if oars would actually float in real life. I don't know if they'd sink, but I just think it looks like a cool detail. We got a box with this, and we got the unicorn floaty. That just gonna attempt it's washed up by one of the guests onto here, and the park's kept it as a funny little thing just for people to see. It's quite hidden from the guests, like they can't really see it. Not too sure why none of these guests want to go to. They want to go here. I don't know. If anyone knows how I can fix this, let me know, because I know there is a bit of a change, but there's still pathways that they should be able to access the things. So I'm not sure, but I'm gonna suggest this for this episode. As you can see, we have loads of areas to do the Viking land. I'm probably not going to do anything behind this rock, because that's going to be all ride area and stuff. But this whole area, this whole massive area, is going to be a whole Viking area. In the next episode, I'm probably going to decorate this bridge, work on this area here, get a flat ride here, and make sure all of this is finished. So make sure to check out the next video by liking and subscribing. I'm going to try to get these videos out weekly, but I'm not promising anything, because I don't want to limit myself to how much I can make. I'd rather be able to finish it and then upload on the days I'm supposed to. I can definitely upload every week. It's possible. If I do, I probably won't be able to finish everything, because I haven't got all the time in the world. I have other things to do. But I think I can do it. I also do want to make some changes to this, but I think that will just be over time. It won't be done in next episode, because this is just plain. I like the structure I went for, but I'm definitely going to add more detail. Maybe some side structures here and here. Something on the side here. Just some fences around it, more nature and stuff. You may think this island looks plain, but I'm gonna be working on... I don't know how much I want to spoil of this, but let's just say the park's main ride, linking back to Epic Universe again. So if you want to guess what that is, it's kind of obvious. If you're thinking of the main ride in Epic Universe, it's not going to take place on this island, but it's going to take place around it, and I have a cool centerpiece that I want to put on this. But I think that'll be on the last episode, when I want to kind of top it up, making the best area in this park. Well, not really best area, but the main area, which has the main theme. So another thing that needs doing in the next episode is probably theming this a bit. I want to add some like rocks in the river rapids. You know how you have little rocks around. I know I can't do too much. Normally you have the river rapids bouncing off rocks, but that's not something you can really do in this game. As you can see, these carts do get flooded. So if you're getting in there, expect your legs to get wet. But it's not something you really see, and it looks so much better with it being out of the water, because if I moved it up to like normal height, like that, in my opinion, it doesn't look as good. People might say otherwise, but like, it just kind of looks ugly in my opinion. So I'm gonna be trying to keep it underwater. But with that, I'm gonna say thanks for watching. I don't want to keep this video too long. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe because I will be uploading. I'm probably gonna try and upload 2 times a week, but not every time will it be Planet Coaster. Like, I want to do other theme park content alongside Planet Coaster because it's not boring, but I feel like I want to expand my channel, even though it's pretty dead at the moment. With and yeah, but if people want to see that indoor series finished, let me know, because if people want to see it, then I'll be down to finish it. But it just seemed, one of the main things that demotivated me is because the video got like no attention when it came out, and then it kind of blew up in the last like week when I started working on this. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. It got kind of boring because I felt really limited in the block, and it didn't even end up like a dark ride in the end. I've never really liked making dark rides in this game, so we'll see. I'll see what I think of doing. If I ever get like bored of this park, I don't think I will, because if I get bored of making one area, I'll go to the next. But if I do, well, I'll go back to that. But with that, I've already said this. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you've got any feedback, like ride names, area names, ride suggestions, what I can add, how I can improve, then don't be scared to let me know, because I'm not the best Planet Coaster player. But thanks for watching, and I will see you later.